Good morning and welcome to Wake Up Real Estate. It's Thursday, which means it's Tech Tip Thursday. Tech Tip Thursday. We're going to dig into some good stuff today. We're going to Ryan's in slow-mo. We're going to dive into Daphne's viral remix reel that was teased yesterday. She kind of shared in a comment yesterday. I want to show you that and talk to you, talk about some ideas of how you might, imitate that or even directly duplicate what she did there. We are going to what your site updates. I think we were going to maybe talk about Expiromatic a little bit.
Well, we're going to do that as a separate. Oops, got our chat.
Yes.
We'll do that as a separate webinar, but Ernest is doing a webinar today at 12. I think it was 12 or 11 that everybody can be invited to. We have a link up there that we'll share in a minute.
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Like, comment, subscribe, share, smash the bell to be notified of new live sessions like this one. Whether you are on YouTube or you're watching on Facebook, you can smack that bell and get notified of new live sessions so you don't miss out on hanging out with us each and every weekday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. If you're listening on the podcast version of this, which we were looking at the numbers, they're growing. That's encouraging. I was kind of fired up about that. If that's where you are tuning in, please subscribe, rate, and review right on there. Ryan,
question of the day. We're playing around with this community tab. How many listings do you have right now? I'm just curious. How many do you have, Josh?
I got one active listing right now.
Yeah. I think we're in a weird times right now. People aren't sure they want to make a move, maybe. And it's hard to move into something else with interest rates where they are relative to what they might have on their current mortgage.
Yep.
Weird times.
I have one, right? And I don't know if I'm trying to defend myself here or what, but I do have, like, I'm looking at one tomorrow. I have one that's coming later this month. I have one that's coming probably early May. I've got two more that we're trying to figure out when. So it's like I've got stuff in the pipeline, but yeah, it's a little slow. But one of these, let us know who that is. Again, sometimes Facebook shows us, sometimes not. But 10, it sounds like 10 active and 4 pending.
That's great. Yeah, Forever Florida Real Estate has more than usual. That's what I have up on the screen. 26. That might include the pendings, but that's pretty good action. So
Yep.
So this comment.
See y'all back together. Appreciate that, Brian. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah. Hey, Brian. So definitely chat either where you're watching right now. Just let us know how many listings you have, or go to the community tab on the Wake Up page and chat for us there. Give us some votes on the community tab.
Yeah. So this may be the same one. In my area, sellers are worried because there's little inventory. So they say, if I sell my home, where would I go? So one of the workarounds to that, and we have a free training and deep dive boot camp if you're interested, is focusing on, or at least including, absentee owners in your efforts to grow your listing database or listing pipeline, because they don't have to buy a new home to sell theirs. Now, they may want to do a 1031, and so there could be other things there, but they wouldn't be homeless if they sell their absentee owned property, whether it's a second home, vacation home, or it's a investment property, rental property. Like that is a great niche. And if you're interested in that training, just shoot me an email. I'll give you the on-demand replay, and if you want to, and information on how you can check out the deep dive boot camp and sort of end-to-end training as well.
And that'll be on the site as well, right? The replay or on the YouTube channel.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
So we'll jump right into a social post. Do you have one today? I have a quick one.
Yeah, I've got something I can share on that.
Yeah. So mine was just I uploaded our outside of the box financing ideas video. Josh, you and I made a version of this video at the same time.
Yours is better. The outside of the box, like my copywriting was, I was like, man, I'm struggling here. I felt like I was just like being a robot through it. Like, so I opened it and saw that you had out of the box and like a cool picture. And I was like, well, Ryan wins. That was better.
Yeah. So what we're doing, guys, this video, and yesterday we did the seller financing one. I'll just do the site updates now, Josh, because it ties in.
Sure.
So we're building out a library here on the site. Let's go. So you'll see under swipables, we got a picture of Swiper there. I thought that was cool for doing that, but so you can get
here's a good question for the comment feed. Do you have any idea who Swiper is? I do, but you've got to have kids of a certain age. You've got to have kids of a certain age to have any idea who Swiper is.
Yeah, I think, and if you have grandkids, nieces, nephews, I bet if you know, that's the question of the day. The real question of the day is, do you know who Swiper is?
Yeah. All right. Swiper knows swiping.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to be building out a library here. And the idea here is you'll be able to embed the YouTube videos wherever they want. They're designed to be kind of unbranded, or you can download the raw video file and put a pre-post roll on there if you want. So look in the video section, and we're building out stuff here. Again, you're going to see a lot of coming soons on the site, but we are working on it. One other thing, Josh, I'll mention is that we are now transcribing. We're getting fancy. I got a buddy from college who works at rev.com, and I was reminded that Rev.
You know people all over at so much cool tech.
I went to a fancy school.
That's true. That's true. I definitely know.
But anyway, so it reminded, I saw him on LinkedIn, and it reminded me that Rev existed. So now we're using rev.com's automated transcription service. Really cool if you want to use it. I think for $29 a month, Josh, we get 2,000 minutes of transcriptions. It's automated, and it's pretty accurate. So you see what we're doing here is we're putting all the text of what we're saying down here, and we're also annotating it. I didn't get to this one, but you'll have like nice digestible sections that you could skip to. So
yeah, love it.
So yep, site updates. What do you got, Josh? Next, we have anything on the?
So I'll share a short form video that was my post of the day.
Yeah, sorry, forgot you. Yep.
Just real quick here. There we go. So it is a less than 30 second. I've been loving this format. It's less than 30 seconds. It's about a bank statement program for self-employed business owners. I've made several like this, but it's like every time I make one, I get 1, 2, 3 people that like reach out, want more information, and become opportunities. So why not continue to make more of them? And the two things I'll say in addition to that. Number one, if you're going to make this content, like blast it everywhere, right? As many places as possible. So I recorded this morning. In between, like when I was resting in between sets of my workout this morning, I was posting to different places. So IG Reels, Facebook Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, my Google Business Listing page. I took it once I shared it or uploaded it or added it as a post here, for example, on my mortgage specific page. I then shared into different groups. I shared it on my actual personal profile. Do I do that with every one of these on all of those places? No, but I don't necessarily do it like all, every single one of those. But if you're going to make the content, you might as well get it as many places as possible, right? Get as much juice, Swiper. Get as much juice out of the content as you possibly can when you're creating things like that. Otherwise, like why create it? Why create it? And here's the other idea. So what I'm going to do this afternoon, maybe at some point today, there is a new little, I don't know, it's 17 or 18 lot new home community that's going in literally in between ours and the one behind. And what I'm going to do, it's literally just like one road and there's like 8 home sites on either side. I'm going to drive and just record myself driving. And then I'm going to upload that media as my green screen and do a talking head about it. Reason being, like it's windy, it's whatever. So the only audio you'll hear is my talking head, and then maybe I might put some cool sound underneath it. But they'll also see the driving tour of it. And I'll just talk about, here's how many lots there are, here are the 2 builders, here's the home pricing, here are many different models you can choose from. And oh, by the way, if you'd like more information, go ahead and comment below or send me a direct message. So I'm going to create that. And one of the reasons why I'm saying that here is it's built-in accountability. Now I have to do it. So I will do that and share that tomorrow for those interested. I'm really loving the green screen function on CapCut, Instagram. You can do it on a number of them, but just the ability to take any piece of media, an image, a screenshot, whatever, and you just talk about it. Talking head video, and they seem to be getting a decent amount of activity. As Ryan, little ankle biter, is yip yapping in the back.
It's mailman time.
Yep, there you go.
And I'm not gonna go chase her. Nobody else is home to kick her. All right, not kick her.
Did we forget to do this yesterday?
Yeah. Oh well, we might have.
Because it says it's down 20%, but the last I remember us doing it, it was about that amount. So it must have ticked up a little bit yesterday and then back down. I don't know.
Yeah, up and down. So yeah, the interest rates are coming down a little bit as the government stabilized, bailed out SVP. SVP is what you probably call it. So they're coming down. Josh, I might have to just cancel my existing loan in progress and go to another lender just so I can reboot my interest rate. I'll use maybe I have a little leverage there because it's come down about 1% in the last. Yeah. Has it been 1% in the last week? A half a percent.
A half.
Yeah.
A half in the week. Yeah.
Anything on your front?
You need to rattle Jordan's chain a little bit. We'll rattle his chain a bit.
Yeah, I might mess with him a little. But anything on your end that you're seeing program wise at Nexa? Anything new and interesting, fun?
Thank you. You teed that up nicely for me. At 1 o'clock today. At 1 o'clock today, we are doing live on the channel here. We've got one of the lenders that we work with at Nexa. They have what's called an all-in-one loan or mortgage. And one of their account executive is going to be on here. We're going to talk for about 20 to 30 minutes about that program, who it might be of interest to, how you might use it to generate more business, to sell more homes, to help more clients.
What's an all-in-one mortgage? You're not going to tell me now. I have to go to the...
Yeah, well, you do. Basically, it's people using their homes as their bank account is the easiest, shortest way to explain it.
Like whole life insurance?
No, well, I don't know. You establish. It's turning your home into your checking account, and I'll just leave it there. And you'll have to. And if you follow if you follow it strategically, you can save yourself interest while also having lots of liquidity and flexibility with your equity. Because let's face it, for most people, their equity is stuck, right? For most people, you don't have access or liquidity. Your equity is not liquid for most people, right? And so this creates a scenario where you can keep your equity liquid to pursue other opportunities.
Isn't that just a HELOC?
No, well, it's like that, but there are some additional functions and features that make it unique and different. So
1 o'clock for that.
1 o'clock Eastern, right here on the channel. If you miss it live, it'll be available on demand immediately after, just like every one of these.
With text transcription.
Ooh, fancy.
Good morning, Ernest. Ernest, you're late. You're fired.
Yep,
Ernest doesn't work.
You're gone. He
doesn't work for us. But it's a perfect time for me to mention Ernest's webinar today, if I can plug that for him.
Yes, please do. And then we'll talk about Charla's question. Then I want to get into the Reels, the viral Reels remix.
Yep. So Ernest is doing, I don't know if you guys can see it on the screen because I don't have the screen up. So let's do that. Ernest is doing a chat GPT. And I know Ernest has been playing with AI and doing all kinds of weird, wacky stuff with it. So wakeup.realestate/chat GPT. Is that at the same time as our all-in-one mortgage, Ernest? Hopefully it's not. Let's see. Wake up.
Yeah, what time Eastern?
Yeah, just chat GPT. Anyway, Ernest.
Yeah, go ahead.
We were planning today to talk about some of the stuff Ernest is up there. No, it's an hour before at 12 p.m.
Perfect. There you go.
Oh no, CDT. Anyway,
well, choose your fancy, right? And know that if you miss the all-in-one mortgage, just check it out later today. It'll be literally as soon as it's over.
And my bad for not doing the homework on that.
Well, but listen, it's all good. I mean, we're good. It's no big deal. No big deal at all. So a quick note about Chat GPT. I was listening to a podcast this morning, the Think Media podcast. Mm-hmm. And the guest I thought he said something really simple but profound about Chat GPT and AI. It's scary if you, or it could be scary if you think about it becoming your master. But if you think about you being it being your servant, right? That's how you get value from Chat GPT, is you make Chat GPT your servant, not your master. So I thought that was.
Somebody asked for the link on the that webinar.
Yep.
I just put it up there on the screen for a minute so everybody can check that out. And we'll put the replay at that same link afterwards. Ernest, you better just make sure you record it, man, if you can.
Yeah.
So
let's do the mindset and then viral reels remix. I posted this morning on socials. I don't know this person who it's attributed to, Chris Valaton. I don't know. We need to hang around people that pour water on the fires of our fears and throw gasoline on the passions of our dreams. It was a little more fancy than normal, but find people that will encourage and stroke the flames of your passions and put out the fires of your fears. Good stuff. Yesterday, Daphne, who is in my EXP organization. And Charla, I did forget about your comment. We'll come back to that. Sorry. She asked about the smoking hot deals. We'll come back to that. A little bit all over the place. But Daphne yesterday had shared that she had a reel go viral. And at the time she shared yesterday, it had over 11,000 views in like 12 hours. And the way she the content that she created, the reel, anyone can do. And I'm not taking anything away from Daphne. It's a remix. And I didn't even exactly know what that meant yesterday, but I understand it better now. And so I'll show it here on my desktop, which I guess isn't the ideal platform since this is meant to be this is more of a phone or mobile media. But all Daphne did was, this is a video, someone talking about why you should buy a home for every one of your children, and just kind of making the case for why you should do that, and then in particular, like in the city or town of where your children end up going to college. And this is relevant to Daphne, as you note here, with my youngest heading off to college in the fall. I wish I had done this. Have you done this, or would you consider this? And then she's got just a couple of hashtags. And all she did is literally nod along and make use some interesting body language, as this guy here is talking about the strategy in here, which any of you can do. So the idea would be, very simply, find a video that is already popular in some form or fashion. His video was not necessarily viral. It didn't have, it had, if I remember correctly, maybe over 100,000 views. So maybe it was, I don't know. It was a popular video. Others had already voted with their eyeballs that this video is interesting. Yeah. It was relevant to real estate. And all she did was do the remix function, which is right on your, I've not done this. Okay, I'm going to try this later, but I haven't actually done this. But I can show you on, for example, let me mirror again. You can, and all of the short form platforms have this functionality. Ryan, what were you about to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, I'm sure people are wondering where they can go watch that. We can put it on the community tab of the YouTube channel, right?
Yep. All of these platforms have it, and I'm gonna make myself look silly here because I'm gonna forget how you do it. Is it here? No. Well, I think I know how to do it on TikTok. So on TikTok, if you've got a video up here, there are choices. You're looking to buy a second. You can, on TikTok, it's called a duet, not a remix. In TikTok, you see down here, it's a duet. And if I choose duet, then I can have that video playing while I either just nod along or add additional commentary. And you can add stickers and stuff like that as well. And the functionality is the same on Instagram, which, by the way, I didn't even plan this, but sometimes it just works out that way. We've talked about on these sessions every Monday. I do a what's called a marketing mastermind, Monday marketing mastermind at 11 a.m. So after the live shows here. And we're going to be talking about how to use short form video content to get clients. So if you want to check that out this coming Monday, you can join us at growwithjosh.com/huddle. Now, that's just the live open Zoom room. And I'll add it as an event on Eventbrite later this morning, or you'll see it on our different platforms as an event where you can join us. And I'll figure out before now and then how to make one of those remix videos. So I'll have that teed up and ready. And I was wrong. It definitely was viral. Daphne said it had 3.9 million views and 105,000 likes. So that is definitely viral. Okay. But you could, I mean, it doesn't have to be something that went viral. Well, it could be something that is just of interest and ties in to you.
I was thinking, I wonder if the news channels locally are doing TikTok and Instagram, like shorter form video. Because if they are, that's the perfect opportunity to just comment on something going on in your local area.
Yeah, so it could be about local area stuff, right? Yeah. Or it could be a national real estate or mortgage topic that you are then providing local commentary to, or just doing what Daphne was doing, was kind of nodding along and making and then at the end you could say, what do you think? Let me know below.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna try that with either Meet Kevin or George Gammon today, two of my favorite YouTubers, because they're always talking about cool stuff. Yeah.
Right on. Charles, so we don't forget here. I am wondering on the Smoking Hot Deals, do you find homes on your kvCORE site or the MLS? If in kvCORE, can you show us how to filter the deals? Okay. So I've been doing it in my MLS, but there are lots of ways. Okay, hold on. Actually, I had been doing it in my MLS. This Tuesday, though, all I did was kvCORE, and I chose new homes and reduced. So I layered those filters. Okay. So Ryan, are you gonna open a kvCORE? Because
I am. That's a super pro tip, right?
We can layer filtering.
Yeah, that's a super pro tip and like the easiest thing on earth to do. So let me bring up my there we go. There's my kvCORE. And then we're going to go to the squeeze page builder. And you could probably do this whether you have kvCORE, whatever IDX provider you have, any of the good ones you can do this kind of stuff with. But just start by, picking a location. So that's kind of the first ingredient. The wizard here kind of walks you through this.
Totally.
I also use the draw on map. You can do interesting stuff there. And then you start layering on. So I might just click this. I might have no plans right now if I'm looking for a social post of the day. Here, I'm going to go adult 55 plus, and I'm going to go price range max of, actually, I'm going to do min of 750,000. See if I get anything. So we'll do luxury homes or high-end homes in 55 plus communities. Generate link, and then we'll just go.
Or you can do the opposite. 55 plus community homes under 400,000 or whatever. I mean, you just pick what makes sense to you. It's literally, when you think about all of the filtering options, it's limitless how you can sort of fit those together.
This is Cloudflare blocking, slowing down kvCORE. Yeah, so there's 9. So that's a good little list.
Yep.
So that would be the list of the day. Maybe that's not deals. So as Josh was saying, I could just swap this out and play with this and go, okay, is there anything under 300,000 right now? Probably. There's probably some mobile homes and stuff. So let's just generate the link again, take it and pop it in. Hopefully it doesn't take as long to load this time.
And,
oh, wow. Yeah, more than I thought.
How many?
It's picking up, well, it's 984. You know what it's doing? It's picking up some rentals and mobile homes. So you would play with that. Yeah.
But you could, so that's a lot, right? You could then layer on reduced.
Well, I'm going to go
like specific types of listings.
This in my market, if any of you guys are in Florida, I know without even having to run the ad that this would convert like crazy to people who are traveling in on a Facebook ad, people traveling in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Mobile homes in Pinellas County priced under 75,000. And I'm sure something's going to pop up. There's only 3, so I might adjust this to make it under 100,000 so that I get a few more. But that's kind of the answer, Charlotte. You just start playing with the search for filtering.
You could do fixer uppers, price reduced. You could do I mean, that's just, I mean, you could do green friendly. In their green.
And what's funny is you could have a niche like downsizing, and basically all the content for that niche that you create is just some segmented list within that. So if I'm doing downsizing, I can do mobile homes, I can do condos above and below certain thresholds, fixer uppers, like Josh is saying, near the beach.
Different geographic areas.
Yeah. You don't ever need to create anything original.
Proximity to shopping, not away from shopping. I mean, there's any number of ways you can slice that up. And
the way you do the proximity
content.
And the way you do the proximity is the draw and map.
Yep.
So you can make a nice, you draw like close Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans. Here's a list of condos priced under, or Yankee spring training. Here's a list of condos priced under 200K within a mile or within walking distance of the stadium.
That's great. That's great.
So I love this list. So 7 properties. I'm going to run this today because that's kind of a good one. Kind of a good
one. When you say run this today, what you're talking about is that's going to be your social post of the day, or you're
I'm going to run a Facebook ad for this for Forever Florida. And the idea here for anybody watching saying, oh, I don't want to do $95,000 mobile homes all day. No, I know that the guy with $500,000 cash in the bank is going to opt into this, who's traveling on vacation right now here.
Yep.
That's the real game here. So
Yep. And so this is I don't know, Ryan, maybe you should record this and we'll post it as content to the channel, because Ryan is kind of briefly going over the fact that he's going to target people traveling there.
Yeah.
Right. And that's just a button that you hit at the ad set level when you're creating an ad campaign. Right?
I'll pop that out as a separate video after the session today.
And that is relevant. I would say it's more relevant in markets like Ryan's, but it doesn't, like, there's opportunity in every market. I've run those ads in my market in Central PA, and they get activity, right? I mean, they may be traveling there because they might have to, they may be transitioning to working here. They may be traveling here for whatever reason, right? And we do have, even though we're rural and kind of cold and stuff, I mean, we've got great hunting and fishing and nature trails and so forth. So, maybe they want a second home here because they love that stuff.
Let me give you a good one. Almost anywhere in the country, it's lot size. So in your area, I would just do 3 acres plus, priced under whatever the threshold would be, 500K.
Yeah.
So if you're not in an urban area like I am, or a vacation spot, just go for lot size and you've got something great right there.
Yep. So, really good stuff. Johanna, and I haven't confirmed that I'm saying that right. This goes back to the content of Daphne's viral Reels remix. My family does this: buy property where the kids go to college, rent out to their friends while they're in school, and continue renting out to others after. It's a cash cow. I love it. And Ryan and I are both getting to that point where
getting scared.
That should be part of our strategy for sure.
If you're wondering why we're here every day at 10.
Yeah, we've got between the 2 of us, we have 7 mouths to feed in addition to ourselves and our wives. Yeah. So good stuff. Any other final notes or points of interest before we wrap up? So Ernest ChatGPT, a little webinar training at 1 Eastern at wakeup.realestate/ChatGPT at the same time, but you can
well,
you're available.
Watch one on your phone and the other on your computer.
There you go. Have them in either. Anyway, we'll also at that same 1 p.m. Eastern live on the channel here be going over the all-in-one loan, and and why you should know about it, who it's relevant to, or might be a good fit for, things of that nature. Again, if you miss either one, you'll be able to check them out on demand.
Josh, I'll email them out at about 4 or 5 today Eastern. Both replays.
Yep. Perfect. Tomorrow is Free Leads Friday. I'll also have that tour short video ready to go. In fact, I might go record that part of it between now and my huddle, so I make sure I've got that in the can on that. And then Free Leads Friday tomorrow. What else? There was one other thing I wanted to mention. The session with the 5 steps, the deep dive on 5 steps for turning cold leads into hot clients and warm referrals. I'm editing that, and that should be also available on the channel in the near future. It might not be until Saturday or tomorrow afternoon, but something that you can put on your bucket list for this weekend for those of you interested in doing a little bit of a deep dive. Ernest, our schedule, we're trying to get better at planning it out ahead. The only thing that has been constant is the 10 a.m. Live show, but that's a good shout. One of the things that Ryan and I did talk about is having a calendar on the wakeup.real estate site, so that would keep us organized and those of you interested in topics and so forth. So I'm not promising that necessarily, but hopefully. Will you open what you do in your daily huddle, Johanna? Absolutely, we can do that. Yeah. It's pretty free flowing. It's really talking about what's working, addressing questions, comments, etc. for folks in my organization, and sharing cool stuff. It's just a more intimate setting.
So what's the fire hose for? We are conscious of the fact, guys, that we are fire hosing you with stuff. We're going to pull this together and get a little more organized. But at the same time, I think there's some benefit in the fire hose. Just take what you can use and ignore the rest if you can do that. So.
Take what resonates and that you can implement quickly to get results, and let us play around and build out the frameworks and checklists for the rest. And we'll be sharing that as we do it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, smash the notification bell, subscribe, rate, and review if you're listening on your favorite podcast platform. We will be back tomorrow. Also, more good stuff this afternoon. We'll see you then.
Later.